everybody. I'm back for the Crafty Maven Getaway, and it is Art Party Friday, so I'm going to be creating a fun art journal page. I did show you the mood board at the beginning of the video, and it's this beautiful spring floral purple mood board, and I really wanted to create some fun florals with it. So I'm going to be working in my Dollar Rowney Mixed Media Travel Book, and I've chosen some of my shimmers paints here, all in purples, and of course I have a little bit of green, and some blue, which will come in a little later. So I'm just painting circles, and these are essentially going to be flowers. I'm using 3 colors here to paint my circles, and I'm just using some water and a watercolor brush. And I'm using a creamies, it's called Sky's the Limit, aqua hues, it's called Purplicious, and then an inklings, which is called Precious Posy. So just 3 different purples, and I'm going to make the circles up top a little bit bigger, and I think I do it off camera. So I'm just sort of creating these circular flowers. So I'm going to go ahead and draw the stems and the leaves, and I'm just going to take this creamies, and this one is called Let Us Get Together. It's a very pretty green color, and it's kind of hard to see here. I will go over them, or the stems again, so that the color is a little bit brighter. But yeah, for the most part, this is very simple design. Very, very simple, but I really love how it turned out. So there I go, drawing my stems, and then I'll draw in my leaves, of course, to add, or to make them look like flowers. So I don't know where I got this idea. I'm sure I've seen flowers like this somewhere, and I was inspired by them at some point. I don't have a specific inspiration piece, you know, that I'm picking this up from, but I know I've seen flowers like these at some point. So I was just inspired and wanted to create something really fun in my little mixed media book here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use some of this texture paste, and these are Shimmers products as well, and I'm going to kind of grab some with the back of my brush and just sort of smush them into the center of the flowers and just kind of twirl it around to create a fun swirly look. So it's going to look really cool. And I'm using some of the Dazzlers, which is that beautiful texture paste I was just using, and that's a shimmery texture paste, and that one is called I Lilac You. And this one is one of the new pasties. It's called Don't Be a Pansy. So I'm just kind of picking colors that are kind of different from the color I already have down, and I'm just going ahead and adding some more color and texture. So this one right here, this white one, is another Dazzlers from Shimmers, and it's called Spun Sugar. So that's a white one. So I just wanted to create this fun sort of dimensional look, and I really love how it turned out in the end. So I just kind of mess with it a little bit more until I get my little swirls to look the way that I want them to. And then once that's kind of had a chance to dry, it's not 100% dry at this point, because the Dazzlers do take a while to dry, and you know, I didn't have a while to wait. So, and of course I kind of added a lot of Dazzlers product on there, so it's going to take even longer than normal to dry. But it's okay, I still went around it and painted my background. And I'm using another aqua hues, it's called Blew Me Away. And I'm just painting around the flowers. And yeah, so I mean, this is a step that you could do beforehand. But, you know, if I would have done it beforehand, then the colors might have changed when I actually painted them on there. So like that lighter green wouldn't have shown through, obviously, because the background would have been blue. So that's why I chose to do it afterwards. And it was fairly simple. I just kind of painted around. Just being careful to kind of paint around and not over my images. And it turned out really nice. I really like how it turned out. So yeah, that's what I'm doing here, just painting away. And then once that was done, I went ahead and took the same color and just did some splatters. And these small little jars of color, the inklings and the creamies and the aqua hues, they all come in hard form. So you have to add water to them and then kind of dilute them and then use them on the page. So yeah, so I'm just adding some more of that green down there. And just some more blue here, just in areas where I felt that it needed it. And that's the fun thing about this art journal. You know, you can just go back and forth and add and you know, change things as you go. So I took out this stencil. This is from Tim Holtz. This one is called Dot Fade. It's one of my favorite stencils. And I'm just going to add some stencil work here in a couple areas. I'm going to add some to the top as well eventually. but that's just going to add a little bit more texture. And then I decided to go around the flowers in white, thinking that it might make them pop, which, I mean, they do pop, but just to add some more, I guess, more texture to the page, but it didn't really work out. And I do go around everything in white, but I'm going to end up going over it in black, because black just ultimately stands out a whole lot more, and it just makes it pop a whole lot more. I'm sorry about my voice if I sound a little bit funny. I'm sick, so so if I don't sound like my usual self, that's why. So yeah, so I just added some more texture there at the top, and I'm trying to decide now what I want to do. So I wanted to add some white, so I take my white paint here, and this one was the Shimmers. It's one of the new acrytones. It's called 3 Sheets to the Wind, and it's an acrylic paint. And this acrylic paint has some, it has gesso already in it, so it's really, really great, and when you splatter it, you actually get some nice texture. So here's where I pulled out my black pen, and I'm just kind of scribbling around the circles, just very messy, nothing precise, just, you know, messy scribbling around. And then I'm going to go over all of the stems and all of the flowers and just draw a little bit of detail there on the flowers. So it's really quick, doesn't take me all that long, but I think it really did make a difference here as far as this this whole page. So yeah, there it is, and I added my title. So I just added Hooray, which is a thicker foam word, and then I wrote out the words for spring, and I just cut those out. I just wrote them out with a black pen on paper and then fussy cut around them. And then I'm adding some black ink splatters. I'm also going to add some white enamel dots, and I will do that off camera. But that's going to complete my page. I really, really love how it turned out. It's very springy, very fun, very pretty, very whimsical, which is what I love to do. So yeah, I'm just trying to get some precise splatters there. So yeah, here's some close-up shots. You can see the enamel dots that I added, and you can see all of the details here up close. If you guys have any questions or comments, please do leave them below. Make sure you subscribe to the Crafty Maven Getaway. We have videos up almost every day. So thank you guys so much for spending some time with me today, and I'll see you next time. Bye!